We often need to approximate a number by a number that's close to it. This is called rounding. There are 235 sweets in this jar. Here it is on the number line. Here is another jar containing 350 sweets, and another with 18, and a final one with 481 sweets in it. We want to say roughly how many sweets are in each jar, so we are going to round them to the nearest 100. We look at each jar in turn and decide which mark on the number line it is closer to. 18 is closer to 0 than it is to 100, so we round it down to 0. 235 is closer to 200 than 300, so we round it down to 200. 350 is exactly halfway between 300 and 400. This is a special case. When it is exactly halfway between, we always round up, so this becomes 400. Finally, 481 is closer to 500 than it is to 400, so we round it up to 500. We have now rounded these numbers to the nearest 100, but we can also round these to the 10. Let's do them one at a time. Here is 18 on our number line. It is closer to 20 than it is to 10, so we round it up to 20. Next, 235 is exactly halfway between 230 and 240. Remember our rule about things that are exactly halfway between. We always round them up, so this becomes 240. 350 is an exact multiple of 10, so it is already rounded. We don't need to round it any further, just leave it as it is. Finally, 481 is closer to 480 than it is to 490, so we round it down to 480. Let's recap. If we round the number of sweets to the nearest 100, they look like this. But if we round them to the nearest 10, they look like this. Sometimes you might round up to the nearest 100, but round down to the nearest 10, or the other way around.